And I have a cabin in the mountains, and I've always wanted to go there and live there full time. But my wife, she just plainly said, no, I will not do that. I will never move there. Then what does the Bible say? Well, back in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 19, it says it's better to dwell in the wilderness than with an angry and contentious woman. You say, well, then you're saying I should leave my wife? Well, let's see what the New Testament has to say. And bear with me, okay? Don't jump to conclusions. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord, let not the wife depart from her husband. But, and if she depart, let her remain unmarried, or be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. You might be a saved man, and you have a lost wife, and she is pleased to be with you, and whatever, then don't divorce her. That's what it's saying there. Verse 13, and the woman which hath a husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. Okay? If you're getting along, and if everything's okay, then don't leave them. Don't get a divorce. Okay? That's fine. Verse 15. But if the unbelieving depart, let him depart. A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but God hath called us to peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? Or how knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? The New Testament does give grounds for divorce. Absolutely. If you are married to a lost person, if you're saved and you're married to somebody that's lost, and they're not pleased to dwell with you, they don't want anything to do with coming out to a place like this, they can't see the danger that lies ahead for this country, the danger of being on grid. I mean, Texas, just this year, massive power outages. Didn't even know it up here. We didn't feel anything. You say, well, yeah, it's just Texas, just local. What if it becomes national? They're talking about Operation Dark Winter. You can look into that. Military operations for if the power goes down. What are you going to do? You say, well, okay, maybe if everything just goes on. I don't get into this doom and gloom conspiracy stuff. Okay, fine. What about civil unrest that we've already seen in this country? People that have lost everything that were living in the city. How their businesses burned down by a bunch of people, be Black Lives Matter, Antifa, whatever other satanic organizations. What about that? You know, you say, have you ever advised a brother or sister to divorce their husband or wife? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I've gone through some of the agony with some of the brethren where they tell me they're crying and they're saying, brother, I'm trying everything I can to keep my marriage together. I don't want to divorce. I don't want to go through that. We have children. I don't want them to go through this. But I have a wife that's lost. I have a husband that's lost. What am I supposed to do? If you're not pleased to dwell together and you want to get out to a place like this, you want to get out here where there's peace, ask for the old paths, and ye shall find rest for your souls. You want to get out here if you're a man and you have a cabin someplace, some land, and it's a beautiful place, that's where you find your peace at, and you have a wife that's contentious and angry, and she will not change her mind, leave her.